break. Welcome back.
Today we're going to take one of the activities from our 3rd through 5th grade choice board for related arts. We are going to talk about making an instrument. So here are the instructions. Use materials around your home to create a musical instrument. If you can, ask an adult to take a picture of you with it and email the picture to Mrs. Moore. On a separate piece of paper, answer the following questions. What did you name your instrument? What materials did you use to make your instrument? How do you play your instrument, and what kind of music would you create with your instrument? Draw a picture of it. I've already heard some great stories of students choosing this activity, so I'm really excited to see some more instruments being created at home. So we wanted to show you some different things that we have found around our home and show you some different materials that make different sounds, and also give you some ideas as to how size and material can change the sound that your instrument makes. Remember that the families of instruments, there are 4 families: wind, brass, strings, and percussion. Most of the instruments that you are probably going to think of are in the percussion family that you create at home. But I want to challenge you to try to think of a way that you can create a string instrument, or possibly even a wind instrument that you can blow into. So there are lots of different ways that you can stretch yourself and try to think of some new possibilities on how to create a wind instrument, kind of like a flute or a recorder. So don't just limit yourself to percussion, but certainly you can make a percussion instrument. So we are going to show you a variety of materials that we found around our house. Percussion instruments are anything that you hit, shake, or scrape. So something that we had we just put some cereal in here, and we made a shaker. That's pretty easy. And something that you can scrape, if you use the coils of a notebook, you can use any object, a pencil or a pen. I'm using a wooden spoon handle. That can also create a percussion instrument by scraping. A long time ago, people used to use washboards, and they would scrape down the washboard, and that created a homemade percussion instrument. And they also would use spoons to create a homemade percussion instrument. They put 2 spoons back to back, and they would hit them back and forth between their hand and their legs. And that was a pretty cool American homemade instrument. So we wanted to show you how different sizes creates different pitches. So Griffin, if you will, show them how 3 different size pots sound different. Pretty cool. So your size of your instrument will affect its sound. So the lids of those pots also create a different pitch as well. So these are kind of like if you were making a drum set, those would be the drums, and these might be the cymbals. So these are different pitches as well. So the lids can make different sounds. But if you consider what the object is made out of, that will affect the timbre, how the actual sound of the object. So this sounds a lot different than her pots. And Alan has a 5-gallon drum. Hit that. That sounds very different than this and her pot. So metal will sound different than plastic, and this type of thickness will sound different than a 5-gallon drum. So just to get you thinking about how different materials will affect the sound of your instrument. Now another type of material is glass. I got some mason jars and I put some water in the mason jars and I filled them at different levels, and it might be difficult to see, but I filled it to here on this one, about middle of this one, and way down here of the third one. And so Kimmer is going to play, she's going to hit those 3 mason jars, and I want you to hear how the pitch is different of those 3 mason jars. There you go, Kimmer.
It's a good idea to do it gently.
Yeah. So you have 3 different pitches for the mason jars. All right, Kimmer, do it the other way. There you go. So those are 3 different mason jars that you can create different pitches out of using water in the mason jars. So one of the episodes in Quaver uses a song, Reading Rhythms, called I Want to Be in a Street Band, and they use found instruments like these, and we wanted you guys to play your instrument that you made along with us. If you'll get your instrument and play along with us, there's a singing part and a part that you can play. Are you guys ready to play? Mm-hmm. All right, where's my cymbal? There we go, thank you very much. All right, ready? Here we go. I want to be in a street band. Here we go.